he is ghostwriting. He has been ghostwriting for her. And then it actually came out that he himself, Papoose, made it clear that he ghostwrite for her.
When their whole career, they ain't never ghost wrote shit. Not for me or anybody else. You always
See? You never ghost wrote shit for not for me or anybody else. And she's going harder now, you know what I mean? Like she's making it seems like, yo, that guy is crazy. Cause he ain't never ghostwrite for me and he ain't never ghostwrite for anybody. Nobody. Nobody but who, bruh? Nobody. Nobody but you, bruh. Nobody. Nobody but two stuff. Nobody but two stuff. Nobody. That's that Kodak and Lil Baby. That song's hard as fuck. You know, I still be bumping it to this day for like 3-4 years.
acting like you help a nigga, go help yourself. See, I know what the problem is. I don't really brag enough, but you don't talk about prices when your bag is up. You keep
Yeah, so she's basically saying that he's broke because he is basically asking prices, you know, and she's saying that when you're rich, you don't ask the price, you just tell them to bag it up. You know what I mean? Yeah, so she be saying some things. I wonder who be ghostwriting this one for her. That's what she should be asking them.
keep talking numbers, but the numbers ain't adding up. You want to be a baddie, but
You ain't bad enough.
See, I know how to net.
Yo, this part is sick as fuck. This is probably the hardest part with how she play with the words. You want to be a baddie, but you ain't bad enough. And then she got to a lot of things saying, got it up. And yo, it's tough. I got to pull it, man. Pull it, pull it, pull it. You want to be a baddie, but you ain't bad enough. Papoose want to be on the Caribbean baddies.
You keep talking numbers, but the numbers ain't adding up. You want to be a baddie, but you ain't bad enough. See, I know how to network. I own a network. You know you.
Hold on. That combination alone, I wish I could pull it 100 times.
Up. You keep talking numbers, but the
numbers ain't adding up. You wanna be a baddie, but you ain't bad enough.
See, I know how to network.
I woke up this morning, was born out in Kingston and leaving Jamaica abroad, not to England.
This is my page, and the first post here you see in. Look a nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Excellent process. Yeah. One bag of money. Yard one a foreign. Game little bird can't tame so me stay same way like me daddy. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. We advance academically and professionally, extraterrestrially and even medically. Sell we to everybody, take the molly, superfragically, list PSP, sexually, get the dolly ben reality. In every alley, genitally make Beverly see. Up I do nally, then be clarin and them off me. No go tell Rivali, anti-valley no mediocrity. Black magic, watch fraud. Get a black puss with a black dog. A mad sus, when mad dog. I de left a bad push with the cash card. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dogs them fully advanced. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Yes, that's right there. You see me? Tough a lie, bad. Yeah, people, yo. Remy Ma. Remy Ma. She reminds me. Well, her name. keeps reminding me of Young Ma. You know, the two Ma's in the business. Which Ma was first? You know, Remy Ma, well, according to hip hop history, the HHH, um, Remy Ma was known to be first. However, it's fair and I think it's debatable to say Young Ma was first too, because I mean Young Ma got that big explosive huge big break in the music, you know, from just her single song Ooh, you know what I'm saying? So Remy Ma was known like how Rad Digger was career had channel, you know, to the massive, where she was known amongst a group, you know, doing collab, and people saw their talent and knew that they were talented, and you know, but they never made that impact like what Young Ma had done, you know, with that ooh, you know, a lot of it went worldwide. So those are the type of break that I respect, you know what I mean? Because I be bashing my very own Shensia female dancehall artist when she was on the Marley track, you know, with Skilly Bang. Because I like to see, you know, individuals playing their life on the hard mode, you know, instead of cherry picking. Because it would seem like she cherry picked her way um at the number one spot with that Shake It to the Max with Skilly Bang and Marley, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and our girls here in Jamaica, they're not showing any great level of work ethics, you know what I mean? But we're here to talk about Remy Ma. Remy Ma, she done well. I never really liked Remy Ma, to tell you the truth, because I was a big fan of Nicki Minaj, and who wasn't, especially around the time when Remy Ma was attacking Nicki, and it seems as if the industry was against Nicki. The same people we've seen Nicki with, like the DJ Khaled, who was supporting Remy Ma and had supported Nicki Minaj career prior, before he went focusing on Remy Ma. And I knew that DJ Khaled have some long time affiliation with Remy Ma, why he felt as if, you know, it was okay for him to promote Remy Ma disrespecting Nicki. But that was very salty, you know. It never sit well. You know, I never really heard any of Remy Ma track that really sounded solid from that whole album of diss tracks aimed at Nicki. That album she had titled whether Sheather or Shether, because it was a female version of Heather that Nas had done for Jay-Z. You know what I mean? But Nicki never really paid that any much attention, or had, you know, gave into it by responding with diss tracks, or you know what I mean? So for me, it for me, like, Remy Ma never won me over, or she never gained my attention with that. Because if you know anything about my channel and the things I be saying, I love good people and I'm attracted to good people, you know what I mean? When I see some sneaky shit like that and some weird things like that, I mean, like, everyone was against Nicki just out of the blues, you know what I mean? And that was just like, what the fuck is this? You know, that's how I saw. That's how I looked at it. I mean, a lot of people was on social media commenting, and you know, they were rocking with Remy Ma. It seems, because, as I said, the entire industry was with Remy Ma, but it never lasted long, you know. And then here comes Cardi B, who can make a big success, and that's what I've been looking from Remy Ma. You know, like a big, huge hit song like Cardi B had done and have been constantly doing. Remy Ma doesn't have that, and I can't respect or rate a artist who has hype, you know, over. I can't respect and rate a artist who only have hype over another artist who has hit songs, you know, a huge catalog of hit songs. So Remy Ma is just that female with a hype. Nicki Minaj with the talent and the package and everything. She has the hit songs and the catalogs, everything. You know what I mean? So I never really liked Remy Ma ever. You know, she to me she's evil. You know what I mean? To how she came at to how she came at Nicki Minaj, and then we've recently seen what she done to Papoose. You know, and now it almost seems as if Papoose deserved it because he went messing with 50 Cent, and you know 50 Cent had to fix him business theme like Tommy Lee fixed Massacre. You know what I mean? And then um 50 Cent, after 50 Cent attacking Papoose and clowning him, now Papoose have more enemies because Papoose was with Remy Ma and they parted ways. So how does that go? I've been talking for what, 7 minutes? Well, let me kickstart into this. So as much as I never really liked Remy Ma, I'm being honest here. I do love the song she released on our Jamaican instrumental rhythm beat. That's called the Y.F.L rhythm. You know what I mean? The Y.F.L, which would mean what you feel like. You know, like what do you feel like? Do you feel like you're that bad to come bully me? You know, that is how we normally use that term, what you feel like. Like we would normally use it in a sarcastic way, um and say that sentence to or that phrase to people who are trying to be in bully, you know what I mean, or trying to bully you. So when you see someone just trying to bully you, us Jamaicans would say, what you feel like? What do you feel like? You know what I mean? Sarcastically, like, what do you feel like? You feel like you're Superman? You feel like you're Hulk Hogan? You feel like you're Hulk? You feel like you're Captain America? Well, I'm Captain Jamaica. I'm Captain Kingston. I'm the king of this town, not Bounty Killer. Okay? Bounty wasn't titled anything. He has no title, but because he's seen Vibes Cartel getting crowned the king of the dancehall, Bounty Killer now, he is jealous and, you know, envious and felt as if he wasted all his years because he's seen Vibes Cartel have attained so many things. So he want to apply something to his name. And you know the fans are as foolish as you know many of these artists because they lack education. They a lot of them can't read, can't write, you know. So you know they're slow, and that is why Bounty Killer want to call himself King of Kingston. But that's my title, you know what I mean, and you'll see why. So with the rhythm, the beat called untitled "What You Feel Like," I love how Remy Ma had named her song from the abbreviation, you know what I mean? And now Remy Ma used all the letters in the same order, right? W.Y.F.L, she's used it in the same order, and she titled her song Why You Fucking Lying? Why You Fucking Lying? I'm dying. That is some skill and intellectual quick thinking, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's some sharp mentality right there display. I think she got that idea from someone. I don't think she really came up with that. You know what I mean? Like, why you fucking lying? But she's actually dissing. This is a lot of shots being thrown at her ex Papoose. You know who she cheated on, and now Papoose is with Clarissa Shields, she's what, a heavyweight female boxer, and she has been calling out Remy Ma to fight, and Remy Ma has been acting like a bully her whole life. I wonder why she isn't acting like a bully with Clarissa Shields, because Dopey know who fi frighten. Remy Ma go fight Clara Shield. Now you're fucking running from the fade, cause your long hair gon' meet the pavement, yeah. Dopey know who fi frighten. Well, Remy Ma not try for fight Clarissa Shields. Remy Ma is a punk, but she wanna bully Nicki. Yeah, you see? She should be quick to go fight Clarissa Shield because she was quick to wanna brawl with Nicki and all the little smaller girls with her blood clot um dyke body. But now we seeing her toned down. She probably did some body surgery to remove the muscles from her tissues because it was an issue. You know what I mean? So Remy Ma just look like a punk now, you know, running from Clarissa Shields. Even if she had fought and lose, I would respect Remy Ma. I would love Remy Ma if she had fought and lost. Because I'd be like, yeah, this is a real bitch. She was always bullying people, and now a boxer came to challenge her, a professional boxer, and she still went to, you know, and accept the brawl. But you see her running left, running right, and then Remy Ma coming out the other day talking about she don't fist fight, she fires gats and all that thing. Like she want to tell Clarissa she'll shoot her, you know what I mean? But she never want. It wasn't about shooting with Nicki Minaj and all the little smaller girls, you know. But that's what Nicki should have done. Nicki should have shot your ass up. You know what I mean? Yeah, I hate Remy Ma. Now that I'm thinking about all that she has done, I really hate her. But this song is hot. Let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's get it. DJ Bombo Clark, Mark. Yeah, and you know, Fabulous is on this, you know? Fabulous is on this track. And shout out to all the rappers that, you know, support our, you know, culture. And you know that this beat has been making waves worldwide, reaching, connecting with the hearts of the people for some reason. I'm trying to study it, you know what I mean? But I think I know why now it connects with the people because of that sound, you know, they love it. It's like a movie soundtrack if you listen closely. You know, it could be a perfect movie soundtrack for certain scenes, you know. Hollywood is going to definitely pick up on this and they're going to use the beat as well in a couple movies. I'm the first one telling y'all. And look out for G Herbo, you know, the legit god, the legit rapper. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out G Herbo, Chicagoans, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Got me on a beat, so it's a banger. Big bra.
Big bra. Yeah, that's Remy Ma now. Their first word was big bra. You know what I'm saying? Now let's hear what she has to say further.
Reminisce.
Now that beat, it sounds sexual too. You know, it has this sexual flow. Yeah, like for the bedroom, and you know, sex sells, and that's what niggas need to be doing now, making more beat with a more sex sounding thing. Because everything else outside of the beat having a sex sound, um, is not selling when it comes to sex because the media have been flooding the public with, you know, everything sex movies, sex songs, sex this, but never sex rhythm. So we need a sex rhythm.
Ram, watch how you talk to me. I'm a mogul, bitch. You getting surgery in exchange for promo, bitch.
So her friend called her saying, Rem. She's like, hey, watch how you talk to me. You know what I mean? So that's another witty way of, you know, delivering the music and bringing it across. So a lot of intelligence, intellectual, this is what you really call intellectual property. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't let it become property of the states. This is a property of Jamaica. Yeah.
King on a yacht on some YOLO shit, and you keep jumping on my dick like a pogo stick.
Yeah, that I ain't gonna give that rhyme a point. That pogo stick and YOLO, you know, that's just some old type of rhyme. But she makes it sound hard, you know, and you know, you don't want to be forceful in that song for a female like you want to, you know, like be classy sometime and just be easy, just be cool. You know, Remy Ma be too aggressive and she's running from Clarissa Shields. You know what I mean?
In competition with herself, don't even know that bitch. Hoes be doing the most over so dick.
Yeah, and she's throwing her words on Clarissa Shields too, and Papoose because they're together, and Papoose has left her because she cheated on him with some freestyler, some dude who freestyle rap battle and all that crap. You know what I'm saying? And he freestyle battle for her because she's the one. Remy Ma had a held a competition. It's like a big thing now, you know, freestyle thing with Easy the Block Captain. That's the name of the guy she cheated with on her husband, you know, Papoose, and she was married. And Papoose had held it down for her. He had stayed a virgin for her for like 8 years. She was in the pen, and he visited her very often, yearly, monthly. You know, it wasn't nothing really. Yeah, and she had to tell him to take a break from visiting her because she claimed that she was worried for him, and she didn't want him to feel pressured. So he really earned his way into a relationship with her, and she messed it up. And that is why you don't go hard for these ladies. These ladies go hard for men, because while you going hard for her and impress her, and you make her like you because of the nice things you do, right? Compare that to she just naturally liking some other guy who is not doing shit for her to like him, you know? So it never makes sense to go so hard for a woman. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's never makes sense these days. These days, if it was one time, it's different.
In her, since I was wearing Bobos, bitch, you get a bullet through your shirt with a logo with the nerve in niggas claiming that they wrote those hits.
Okay, you heard that? Saying she bad from wearing Bobo clips or whatever, but now she's saying that someone's lying, saying that they wrote those hits, and I don't think those were hits that she's talking about, because she's talking about her song that Papoose had said he had ghostwritten for her. And people already had assumed and made crazy all these assumptions before Papoose and her Remy Ma had split, or was in, the process of becoming exes. So people already had knew that Papoose, they heard his penning in her song that she sing, because Papoose is an artist. He has a lot of song. And so whenever Remy Ma does her song, people hear her husband type of flow. You know what I mean? So that is why they would assume that he is ghostwriting. He has been ghostwriting for her. And then it actually came out that he himself, Papoose, made it clear that he ghostwrite for her.
When they whole career, they ain't never ghost wrote shit. Not for me or anybody else. You always
See? You never ghost wrote shit for not for me or anybody else. And she's going harder now, you know what I mean? Like she's making it seems like, yo, that guy is crazy. Cause he ain't never ghostwrite for me and he ain't never ghostwrite for anybody. Nobody. Nobody but who, bruh? Nobody. Nobody but you, bruh. Nobody. Nobody but two stop. Nobody but two stop. Nobody. That's that Kodak and Lil Baby. That song's hard as fuck. I still be bumping it to this day for like 3-4 years.
acting like you help a nigga, go help yourself. See, I know what the problem is. I don't really brag enough, but you don't talk about prices when your bag is up. You keep
Yeah, so she's basically saying that he's broke because he is basically asking prices, and she's saying that when you're rich, you don't ask the price, you just tell them to bag it up. You know what I mean? Yeah, so she be saying some things. I wonder who be ghostwriting this one for her. That's what she should be asking them.
keep talking numbers, but the numbers ain't adding up. You wanna be a baddie, but
You ain't bad enough.
See, I know how to net.
Yo, this part is sick as fuck. This is probably the hardest part with how she played with the words. You want to be a baddie, but you ain't bad enough. And then she got to a lot of things saying, got it up. And yo, it's tough. I got to pull it, man. Pull it, pull it, pull it. You want to be a baddie, but you ain't bad enough. Papoose want to be on the Caribbean baddies.
You keep talking numbers, but the numbers ain't adding up. You wanna be a baddie, but you ain't bad enough. See, I know how to network. I own a network. You know you.
Hold on. That combination alone, I wish I could pull it 100 times.
Up. You keep talking numbers, but the numbers ain't adding up.
You wanna be a baddie, but you ain't bad enough.
See, I know how to network.
Oh my goodness! You wanna talk numbers? Numbers ain't adding up.
Your bag is up. You keep talking numbers, but the numbers ain't adding up. You wanna be a baddie, but you ain't bad enough.
Let's hear what she got to say about the networking.
I know how to network. I own a network. You know you getting money when they Googling your net worth.
And she's basically saying now that Papoose is nowhere to be seen when trying to network his network. You know, going on the internet trying to discover his network. You won't see it because it's, I guess, way below par. That's what she's saying.
I'm a motherfucking expert. And how you soaking out your neck when I know how your nigga neck work? I know you really hate my gut.
Bah. She's basically saying that he gives her head because ever since Bobby Schmurder had got his big break in 2014, around those time, and he had that line about "Shorty give me neck." That's when a lot of these New York niggas in New York, bitches like Remy Ma and a lot of others, you know, they they would refer to neck being getting head, you know, because that's like deep throwing. That's like deep. You know what I mean? It's not just going like right here and coming out and going right there. It's going down there. So they say neck because it's much deeper, you know, steeper, like jeepers creepers.
Cause y'all bitches really ugly, can't make this up. They calling me slim rim, but my weight is up. They telling me I should wait, nigga, wait for what the
She's spazzing on her ass, man. She's going hard on Clarissa Shields and Papoose. But she should remember that Clarissa Shields ain't no rapper, so she can diss her Papoose in her song while she getting her ass in the ring. That's what Remy Ma needs to do. Go meet Clarissa Shields in the ring. And if I were you, I would ask her for a brawl when she just finished with one of her fights. Like, you know, give her 2 days of rest and start some shit with her. And then just say, then let's get in the ring tomorrow. Let me see you in the ring tomorrow. When she's half battered and bruised and beaten, and you know what I mean, you could take advantage of that. You gotta be like the tortoise versus the hare, you know? Yeah, you gotta use your weaknesses against them.
wait is up. Look, it's time. And if you see me with a bitch, it's mine. When these other bitches rap, it's always just rhymes.
No, I don't think that part was necessary. I don't like that flow. You know, that time, that rhyme. You know, she dropped the standard that the song has been developing. And then I thought when she had went into the look, this part, hold on.
Is up. They telling me I should wait, nigga, wait for what the
Wait, is up. I'm talking about the eight nuts and eight up, but that eight nuts. I thought she was gonna go higher, like some Eminem, some Buster type shit. That's what she should do right there, you know. But she dropped the bar so low. Look at where she's coming from. Look at how she was going, and then she just like she went into a wall, like she ran into a wall in the song right there. Look, these niggas and chicks don't know to write a perfect song, man. I should teach them.
hate my guts. Cause y'all bitches really ugly, can't make this up. They calling me slim rim, but my weight is up.
They're telling me to wait, but wait for what? The wait is up. Telling them to wait for top of days of us. Conversation, just relation. No, telling me sensational. You kill triple X temptation us. Now you coming. You know what I mean? Yeah, like those shit. That's how she should be going until she meet the chorus. The why the fuck you lying? Are you fucking lying? Why you fucking lying? Why you fucking lying? Or you are an eagle that fits on people, but you're in it all from me. Yeah, because she's saying that he's the lion and she's the eagle. You know? Yeah, the chorus is bad. You know, that's why I told them that I should teach them to do music. So she should have kept that fast flow. But look how she gonna drop the flow. Look how she drops the flow after coming out of that medium submachine speed. You know, when we're looking for her to go Gatling gun speed after she came out of it, she was on that semi-automatic timing, but now she was to go that Gatling gay gun. You know what I mean? Yeah, or that Usain run. Yeah, you know what I mean? But she toned it down. She crashed into a wall. She just spoiled a song, man.
They telling me I should wait, nigga, wait for what? The wait is up. Look, it's time. And if you see me with a bitch, it's mine. When these other
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? The chemistry, it's just off, totally off. It's like when a singer fall off key and they still record a song and produce it with that off key sound. And when the song is off key, it sounds like It's some crackhead sing it. You know, some half key type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
The bitches rap is always just rhymes. When I rap, bitches always 10 dimes. Stop playing with me. I got these niggas in the jail really staying with me.
Yeah, now she picking it back up. Now she picking it back up. You know what I'm saying? But she shouldn't have dropped it in the first place. Because that's like some lazy move. Or like some, I gotta finish this song fast. Hurry up. No. Take your time and do like Michael Jackson and take as long as the song needed. Because some songs deserve a longer time to construct than some. You know, you have some very complicated song that can be, the words would come very fast and you could sketch it up very quick. But you have some other type songs, man, that you just gotta spend time with it to feel it out. What your subconscious knows what to say next, but it takes a time for the subconscious to get that it needed for the song and bring it across to your conscious mind. Then you'll be like, ta-da, eureka, and you found it,
I got these niggas in the streets really slaying with me. I got these niggas in the south really hanging with me. I got these niggas in the gangs really banging with me.
Why the you lying? Why you fucking lying? Why you fucking lying? Fucking lying? Cause I am an eagle that fly you people. You're making it hard for me to believe you. Girl, Remy Ma, you're lying. I know that you're not her. Well, she do part hang with some gangsters, Yeah, but not as how she making it seems, But I love this song. Why you fucking lying? Why you fucking lying? Are you fucking lying? Why you fucking lying? Are you an eagle that eat people? You make it hard for me, girl. I've been watching you from a long, long time.
And what you looking at my shoes for? I swear to God, I know I'm on these bitches' mood boards. I'm in the city, pretty drivers like a two-door. Nice fit in the feet, giving shoe porn.
Food porn. So yeah, food porn. Porn now is involved in all type of things. Now fashion and cuisine, edibles, in the bedroom. There's porn everywhere. And I think there's a rock band named Korn. You know what I mean?
Listen, if it's tension, how I never get at it, but I always get mentioned. Like how I'm this big hoe, but I never get fucked. See,
wait. What does I show speed that what is that I show speed? What is that meme I be seeing circulating that internet with I show speed? When he's in the Grammy Award and he's like, what? What does he say right there? That is what I needed for that part. I show speed. Akasa! Yeah, he says, Akasa! Yeah, when she just said that last line where I stopped it, we need I show speed to say, Akasa! Yeah. Someone get I show speed on the line.
I might get sub, but I never get touched. Might blow a little smoke, but it never gets ducked. Got this big ass chain and it never gets tucked.
She's saying some shit, man. Say, once she fired that pistol, it could never get ducked because some head get touched, But that's like a disrespect to the dead because from once she goes duck, she's disrespecting FBG Duck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, from Chicago. Yeah, from 63rd. And now she needs to understand she be passing her place. That's what Remy Ma feeds off, hype. Hype, because she be disrespecting the dead now who has nothing to do with her. That's not right, Remy Ma. And if them Chicagonians came at you, we'll see if you really do got those bad guys around you. Seeing that you firing your Glock and it could never get ducked. She's disrespecting Duck directly and indirectly. Yeah. Because it would never get Duck. It's like Duck, leave duck out of it is what she's basically saying, but she's the one implementing duck at the same time. And then she's saying it can never get duck, so you can't duck the shots, because by the time you try to duck it, it connects with your head. You know how much of them niggas got a bullet holes through they pull over their hoodie? It's crazy.
Play hater, not at all. I don't play those games. You got beef with Rem, bitch nigga, say my name. Is you shy?
You shy? Damn. The song has some very hot spots, you know, without Wi-Fi. It has a lot of hot spots. But once she go crash into that wall at that spot, then that's where the hot spot drop. You know, the hot spot had dropped right where she collided on the spot. Yeah, in the track, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, let's see what else she has to say.
Feminist.
She's a feminist.
Missy Remy Network.
Why you lying? Why you fucking lying? Why you fucking lying? Am I fucking lying? Are you an eagle that just kill people? You making it hard for me to believe you. Girl, I've been watching you from a long time. You got two songs. I bet y'all don't know that two songs that sang like that. You have one that says, girl, I've been watching you from a long, long time. And you also have another song that sang just like that, but it changed after the second line where it said, girl, I'm just watching you from across the room. Tell me you guys haven't noticed that those two songs, same melody, same aerial, and same everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got two, and probably there's more. I think there's more that has the same. Girl, I've been watching you. I think there's another one, another song sung by another singer. Even there's a Jamaican, and there's other, what do you call it? Lovers Rock. And you got those classical, like the Marvin Gaye and the Luther Vandross. They have a song like that as well. Where they're like, girl, I've been watching you a long, long time.